Okay, everybody, after much practice, I'm going to make a final Christmas card, I believe. So today's supplies is an Arteza 100% cotton watercolor card, my core watercolor paint, my mixing palette, which I have pre-mixed some colors up here. I have a thing of burnt sienna mixed up, and raw umber, and some green that it's sap green with a little bit of blue and brown. Just mix it up till you get a color that kind of looks like kind of an evergreen Christmas tree color. I think I added some blue and some ultramarine blue and some raw umber. So here we go. I'm gonna let this be it because I have done a lot of practicing. So I'm gonna go in with my quite watery burnt sienna, and I'm just going to start making this pine cone. And it's a technique I learned off of Emma's, I can't pronounce her last name, but I'm going to add to it. But it's a technique that she taught on her YouTube channel. And you just turn your brush upside down and start making teardrop shapes. And I'm kind of doing it smack dab in the middle. And it doesn't have to be perfect, as she said. So, and just kind of get messy with it there at the bottom. Now, I'm going to go in with the raw umber, and I'm kind of going to strengthen my raw umber to a little bit thicker consistency. And I'm just going to start dropping in while it's still wet. At the bottom of each teardrop. And I might move that and blend it around a little bit. Even though this is cotton paper, it's not flowing like it would with arches. So, there you have it. Might have a little bit too much water in my brush. Blend that around. Get a little bit more. Really, the more I mess with it, the more it's probably not going to work out. Just put that dark in the middle there. Okay. So see, mine doesn't even look like hers at all. That's because I'm doing it. No artist is the same. So, but I'm going to add more to it after it dries. So now I'm going to take my green, get the water out of my brush, and I am going to make some branches. I got water ready to drip down, so I'm going to make some branches. Some evergreen branches. Make another one. Alright, now I'm going to get some of that brown. And I'm just going to drop in there for the stem. And that'll make it look more natural as it bleeds out into the pine needles a little bit. Okay. I think I have too much water. So, alright, I'm going to do some on this side. Trying to do this pretty fast. So my paint don't dry on me. And get some burnt sienna and drop in there for the stem. Alright, let's go back in with some green. Let's come out here. And here. Just whatever you think, wherever you want your branches. Let's get some burnt sienna and drop in here. And go back and get some green. I might have to mix some more green. Just make some needles. I'm going to do one more. Get some of that burnt sienna and come down the middle. Okay. I'm going to put some more, another color in there. Is this dry? Not quite. Alright, so I'm going to make some twigs. I'm going to get a smaller brush. This is a number 4 round. This was a number 8 Princeton Neptune. That was the best size for me to make my pine cone shape. So now I'm going to get a number 4 round. And I'm going to make sure my brush is dry. Take some of this burnt sienna and make some twigs here. Okay, I'm going to put little berries on that. So now I'm going to get some of this. What I've mixed up would be Pyro Red and a little bit of Permanent Alizarin Crimson. That gives me a nice fire engine red. And I'm going to put some berries here. Leaving a little dot of white for a highlight. No, I got a drip on my brush there. Gotta watch your brush so you don't have a drop of water coming down. Okay, now I'm going to drop in just a teeny tiny bit of blue for a shadow. Just where it's still wet. And that'll kind of blend in. Alright, so now that I've got that blue on my brush, I'm going to wet it a little bit more and mix it in with this green. Okay, so I'm going to mix that blue with that green, and then I'm going to come down here and just put a little bit of darker leaves just to give it some dimension. Not too many. I just think it looks nicer that way. Doesn't look so flat. Oh, there's my heater. It's starting to get a little bit cold. All the leaves from our trees have fell, so winter is just around the corner. But I have a nice cozy little studio, so okay, so now that's all I'm going to do to those evergreens. So now I'm going to take some sap green over here in my mixing tray, and I'm going to make a couple holly leaves. Or do I want holly leaves, or just a couple regular leaves? Yeah, a couple regular leaves. Just to ground those berries. Maybe add a little water to make it a lighter value. Be sure and connect them. A little bit too much water there, so I'm going to soak that up with my brush so it doesn't leave a cauliflower. And let's see, maybe one coming up here. All right, now I'm going to add a little something something to this pine cone. I'm going to take my Finetec metallic palette and I'm going to get some gold and just put a little something on these pine cones just to make them sparkle. And I'm going to take some white gouache as well, which I didn't mention at the top of the video. And put some snow. And I'm just kind of wiping that gold on, just to give it a little something something. Maybe just a little bit on these holly leaves too, not much. Just to tie it in together. Just a streak. Okay. Now, with my gouache, this is Winsor & Newton designer gouache, and I use it just straight out of the tube. I don't squeeze any of it out because I don't want to waste it, and I use it so sparingly. I just get a little bit on my brush, clean brush, and just dab it on the tops there where the snow might set. Just on the, imagine where the snow would fall. Maybe just a dab on the boughs. Oh, let's see. And what, maybe just a teeny tiny bit on the berries. I mean very sparingly, because they're smooth, they won't hold on. They won't hold on to the snow as much. There. All right, now I'm going to take that Finetec gold and I'm going to do what Emma suggested because I really liked it. And I'm going to go around the edge with a freehand line. I really like that suggestion. Not all the way, because your compositions, your design's got it, your boughs going off of the page. And it's not perfectly straight. do a little bit more water. Make sure there's no water in your brush ferrule. And down to there. Okay, there you go. That's pretty. So, I finally did it! Completed a Christmas card. Now you can write something on there or not. I kind of just like it like that. And then I'll write my personal message on the inside. So, there you have it. I really like it. I'm going to straighten up this. There. That looked a little wonky to me. There. Now I think that's as pretty as any Christmas card that is on the market today. So I am going to scan this. I really, really like it. Now I might make another one for another video. I have an idea for a snowman. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.